We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills.
Hi, my name is Raghu, shortly Raghu, and I like to work on radical moonshot projects. A year ago, I created a podcast on discussing business models for moonshots, given my huge passion for solving big problems. After recording a few episodes, with 20 seconds of insane courage, I cold emailed Astro Taylor, the CEO of X, in order to get his feedback. Not X Twitter, X the Moonshot Factory. In response, more like a dream come true, I ended up recording a podcast with Sam, who was a part of the rapid evaluation team at X, along with 4 other colleagues from my alma mater Masters Union from extremely diverse backgrounds in order to fuel creativity. We ended up delving deep into the problem of standardized tests and brainstormed radical ideas in order to solve that problem. After the podcast, I created 1-year, 5-year and 10-year goals in order to do something special for this very specific episode. In continuation to that, last November, I took up a 3-week product build challenge to create a product that helps aspiring product managers learn product management in a fun, interactive and engaging way. While I had zero clue on how I'm going to build a product in these 21 days, I was confident that I'll figure it out. While the initial plan I had was to create the MVP by the first week, beta by the second and final version by the third, what ended up happening was something completely different. I spent the entire first week only on ideation and research. I even came up with my own product moonshot brainstorming framework. In the second week, I created 2 different MVPs in an attempt to make contact with the real world early, both of which failed miserably. But I embraced those failures as learnings and turned on my extreme agile mode to build and release the final version of the product, which was a Duolingo style no-code based app that addressed the pain point that I had observed during the user research. But at the end of the 21-day journey, I asked the question to myself, was it a radical solution that created a 10x impact? And my answer was no. It was just an incremental improvement to what already existed. So I ended up scraping it right on the day of the launch, which was a very special day to me. It was the day when I had set for the 1-year goal when I recorded the podcast with Sam. It was hard, but I did it anyways. After that, I started thinking in a different direction and came up with an idea to create a game that will help people learn different skills in a very intuitive way, as well as assess them in a more holistic manner. I then asked myself, what would be the hardest part of building this solution? The answer I had was to build the game in the first place. So I did it. I created a PM simulation game entirely in a Google Sheet with 15 different subsheets all in a single day. This was my version of what X would call the 0 point crap. I played it with 5 different colleagues at 2 AM in the morning and we all ended up loving it so much. Alright, let me come to the point. Why did I do all of this? X has always been my dream company where I felt I belong, and I wanted to use this as an opportunity to showcase my moonshot thinking skills. You might ask me, why do you want to work at X so badly? Well, 3 reasons. 1, for the kind of impactful projects undertaken by X. 2, for the kind of people at X from extremely diverse backgrounds. And 3, for the culture at X to celebrate failures and what X would call being responsibly irresponsible. I'm sure people at X would now ask me, why should I hire you? Well, 3 reasons again. 1, I come from a diverse background. I've been a lead R&D, an entrepreneur and a chief of staff in the past. 2, I am coachable. I can learn, unlearn and relearn quickly as demonstrated by the projects I've done. 3, I already live by the moonshot principles. I'm already an Excel by heart. Think about it. Wouldn't it be easier for you to hire me rather than hiring someone else and again training them from the ground up? I think the option is pretty easy. In all seriousness, I've been following X for a really long time and I'm extremely inspired by the moonshots created by X. And all I ask is the shot to officially join the Moonshot Factory towards its mission of building more moonshots and making the world radically a better place.
3,
and I promise you,
2,
I won't disappoint.
1. We have ignition.
Houston, we have a small situation here. We have a hiring request for X the Moonshot Factory to hire Raku.
Roger that, Commander. Request transmitted to Moonshot Factory successfully.